Imagine a fleet of ships stretched as far as the eye could see. Giant white sails cut through the waves, and in the middle, a king stood, gazing out at the ocean he ruled. This was Srivijaya, ruler of the seas, to which even the kings of China, India, and Arabia were forced to bow. However, this glory ended in a way we never expected. 7th century AD. On the banks of the Musi River, Sumatra, a force was born that would change the history of the Indonesian archipelago. Dapuntahyang Srijayanasa, a leader whose name still resonates in ancient inscriptions, led a sacred expedition combining military might and spiritual conviction to control the world's most important trade route, the Strait of Malacca. Anyone wishing to trade in spices, gold, or silk had to seek Srivijaya's permission, and that permission didn't come cheap. Imagine a harbor filled with ships from Gujarat, China, and even the Arabian Peninsula. Malay became the language of world trade. The Srivijaya court received foreign envoys bringing silk, ceramics, and gemstones as offerings. But it wasn't just about trade. Srivijaya was a maritime university. Monks from India and China came to study Buddhism. A Chinese monk named I Ching wrote about the prosperity and honor of this land. But this glory was founded on fear. The Srivijaya fleet was a threat that silenced its enemies. But great power always invites great enemies. In the 11th century, a deadly attack came from the north. The Chola Empire of India invaded with a massive naval force. The ports of Srivijaya were burned. Although the kingdom survived, the wounds were too deep. Majapahit rose in Java. Trade competition heated up, and cracks began to appear within the country. Like a magnificent ship slowly leaking, Srivijaya lost its power drop by drop. 13th century. Srivijaya vanished from the annals of history as a great power. Not because of one final devastating war, or because of a natural disaster that spelled destruction, but because it slowly eroded until nothing remained but its name. The once bustling harbor became deserted. Foreign ships no longer waited for permission to enter the Strait of Malacca, and the kingdom that once shook the world was simply gone. Many thought Srivijaya was dead, buried in the depths of history. But look closer. The Malay language that became modern Indonesian is Srivijaya's legacy. The trade routes it once controlled are now the busiest in the world. And the way we view the sea as the lifeblood of that maritime nation is the living breath of Srivijaya. The kingdom may have disappeared from the map, but in the soul of the Indonesian archipelago, Srivijaya never truly disappeared.